go. This is the CBR number 6, category 4 race. This is the last race of the season, and I was fortunate to get into it. I actually went down 2 times this season, so the last time I went down like a month before this race, or a month and a half before this race. So I wasn't gonna do it, but I did. I broke some ribs. I fractured some ribs and collapsed the lung, so I was able to get back into this race, so I was pretty happy about that. The only reason I did it is because my teammate is in the green jersey, so I wanted to help him out. So yeah, category 4 race. We got some tactics going on in this race, which I'm gonna get into in a bit. But yeah, for all you new racers, they're coming into cycling. Pay attention. This is a different way, I guess, of thinking when you come into a race, especially if you're on a team and if you're racing for a reason other than just winning the race. So our goal in this race was to keep our teammate in the green jersey. So in this series, the CBR race series, there's 2 races within the race. There's the leader's jersey, which is the yellow one right in front of me, as you can see. Matt Rios has it, and then there's the green jersey, which is the most aggressive rider, which is pretty much the person that comes around and wins the most laps in the race, which our teammate Ray has. So we're making sure he stays in there, because there's another rider on PRT, which isn't too far behind him, that can steal the jersey away from him in this race. And since today they're giving double points per lap, he has a very good chance of taking the jersey from our teammate. So our goal is to make sure he gets no points or gets very little points, and that Ray gets as many points as possible. So we're going to try to take as many laps as possible, and make sure that him or even Matt doesn't take too many, because he can actually take the green jersey too if he takes enough laps. But this lap right here, actually, I don't know if you guys saw when we passed the start finish, this lap is worth bar points. So that's 10. I think there was 10 points. So he's going for it, which I don't mind if he gets it, as long as the PRT, the guy sitting in second place for the PRT, does not get it. So that's what I'm doing here in the front. I'm sitting here, and my goal is just to monitor the front and make sure that that gentleman doesn't come around, and if there's a break, that I try to bridge over to it or close the gap. That's my goal. There's 3 of us in this race right now, so obviously the gentleman in the green jersey, my teammate Ray, and then there's Mario, and then myself. So Mario is just marking the guy on PRT, so he's just sitting on his wheel. If he goes for any laps, he's gonna nip him at the line. So that's it. That's his goal, and that's what we're doing here. So you'll see me in the front, covering moves and bridging over to any breakaway attempts. So that's what I'm going to do here. As you can see, PRT was very aggressive this race. You're going to see throughout the video, they're constantly attacking, constantly trying to get away, constantly trying to get their teammate in the front to win the lap. Which they did a good job, man. They were on it. They kept the pressure on us and on the field. So they did a good job. But unfortunately, we beast. So just kidding. But we kept it all together. I'm not sure if that's the guy that's in second place. No, I don't think so. But I think Ray goes for a lap here. So you'll see we're gonna catch the breakaway that's up the road right now. No, we're not worried about anyone in that break, so we're not chasing it down. We're letting PRT chase that down, which I think they have a teammate up there, so I don't know why he's even in the front. He should just be sitting back, chilling. Is he? I think PRT's in there. Yeah, they got PRT guy up there. I don't know why his teammate just chased that back, but whatever. We slow down. Ray attacks. I'm like, perfect. Now I'm just sitting here. I'm like, someone better cover that. That's my teammate. I don't know if some of the peloton didn't realize that guy's on my team, because he's wearing a green jersey and he's not wearing a purple jersey anymore. But stage recognizes it and he jumps over. Again, I think my buddy Mario comes up and I was like, just let them go. That's fine. And we let it go, man. It's team tactics right there, man. You don't chase your teammate down, and you don't try to help the peloton come back to your teammate. So you let them do the work. So I'm slow rolling it, man. My teammate's going at least 27, 28 going up this hill. So I see. I think I picked it up because I think, yeah, stage jumps to the front. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee right now, so if you hear me do little weird noises, it's morning right now while I'm recording. But yeah, so there's 2 stage riders up there, so that looks a little bit promising. So I'm bridging over. I'm coming over to these guys. But I think, I want to say, I think they have the peloton on me. Let me see my shadow if I can see some riders. No, I have a gap. Cool, perfect. So I think, yeah, I told my buddy, go back to our other teammate, Ray. Tell him go back to Mario, relax. I was like, I got this. I probably shouldn't have done this, but, you know, whatever. I'm here to race, man. I'm not here to do nothing. So I bridge over to these guys. And like I said, this looks promising. There's two guys on the same team. They're going to work together. And they're pulling, man. So I'm looking back. I'm making sure we have a decent gap, and we have a little bit of a gap. I think at this point I see the peloton chasing, and rightfully so. I mean, it just, so these are like there's only like 3 major teams in this race. That I believe there's only 3 major teams: the stage guys, which are these guys in the front, and then the PRT guys, which those guys on the right now that just passed, and then there's us. So see right here, there's all 3 teams are represented in this. Like if we broke away, like we're good. So I was gonna chase that because I don't see stage chasing it, but they start chasing. So I'm like, perfect, cool. If we can all stay away, that'll be perfect. I'll neutralize the whole field. But PRT guy quits, lets his teammate go. So I'm not sure if he did that on purpose, but he let his teammate go. Now stage is chasing, and we're here. So again, the field like technically should not be chasing unless it's someone else, be on this team. But if I remember correctly, I looked back and PRT was chasing. So I don't know. To my head, I was just like, you guys should not be chasing. You guys should let us go. But whatever. I'm sitting here in Stage's wheel, and he's closing it down. So, and I already see the peloton's already connected to us. So, there's not much more reason for me to do any work in this break. Like I don't need to. Again, my goal in this race was to make sure my buddy's in the green jersey, and that's it. That's it. That's pretty much it, man. So you'll see. I mean, team tactics here, the tactics here are to just make sure none of those guys get away. The PRT guys or the guy sitting in second place for the green jersey, man. That's pretty much the goal of the race. Anything else is kind of like, if anything, I'm just keeping the field or the breaks together, shutting them down so that my teammate Mario has a chance of sprinting at the end and not have to like chase a break away. Like that's pretty much it, man. Like, and that's exactly what I do. Like I just, if anything tries to go away, like I'll bridge over to it, or I'll close the gap, and I'll sit on the wheel. And most people in a break, as soon as they see someone sit on the wheel, they shut it down, and we come back to the field, which something that's what I want. I mean, I would love to get in a break, but I mean, in my fitness right now, like coming back, I don't believe I can do one. I mean, I probably could, but just didn't feel like I should in this race. So I didn't work in any breakaway. I just went on, sat on the wheel, and hope to God that they shut it down. And if they didn't, well, then they'll pull me. I'll get a free ride to the finish line, and they'll get top 3. Worst case scenario, I'll get third place. But you'll see, it didn't really happen. Most guys that broke away and they saw me bridging over, they just shut it down. They didn't do anything with it. Let's see. So yeah, as you can see here, things are starting to settle down a little bit. Stage is in the front. Stage guys, I've never raced with these guys before, which I want to say I've seen them at Marietta, but I've never seen them out here. I've never raced with them before, so they were a little new to me. I kind of been racing with most of these guys the whole season, so I kind of knew more or less, who was who. But these stage guys were new to me, and they seemed to be pretty strong, man. They were in the front pulling a lot and doing a lot of work. Oh, you can see on the left, purple jersey and the PRT guy. They're going for the lap, and that's my teammate sitting on PRT's wheel. That's the guy that's contesting second place for the green jersey, and as you can see, my teammate on the right, all the way up there, is nibbing him at the line, taking the points away from him, so he doesn't collect any points. So, like I said, that was our team's goal this race. So, it was a plan, and we executed, I think, really good. We did it pretty well. I mean, PRT really gave us, a fight, and the gentleman that was contesting second place on PRT was doing a good job, man. Like he was going for those points. But hey, man, that's racing. One team's doing one thing, the other one's countering. So we're going back and forth, I think, the whole race. I was kind of trying to stay on top of all their attacks, and they were constantly attacking, throwing Hail Marys at us. I think they had like 7 guys in this race. I'm not sure how many guys they had in the race, but it felt like there was just like a limitless amount of PRT guys just attacking. I'm like, But luckily we were in good enough fitness to cover most of them. So see, PRT's on the left, attack. There goes another attack. And this one I do respond to. I think I see Stage kind of responding a bit. And I see the guy that's contesting the green jersey on the left from PRT. He seems like he's gonna counter or bridge over, but he doesn't. And at this point, I figured he's not gonna get the points. Why is he even gonna attack? Like, his teammates are gonna take the points from him. So I already knew he wasn't gonna really go for it. So I was like, you know what? Let me go shut this down. So I bridge over to this, and just for all you like newbies, I'm pretty new to racing too. Again, like I said, this is my first year racing. But when you're coming over to two teammates in a break, and it's just you solo, like, you have to anticipate they're gonna attack you. They might attack you. Like, they might, as soon as you bridge to them, one of them might attack from that break. So you can't go all in bridging over, and that's exactly what I'm not doing. I'm not going all in. I'm saving a little in the tank. I'm in reserves. I'm keeping some reserves in there to make sure that I can respond to any attack. And you'll see right here, like, they kind of pull up to each other, like, hey, Go Fast is here. Sit on his wheel and attack. So I think I don't know if they said that, but that kind of looks like something they discussed. So like, you say, like, PRT sits on my wheel, the other guy sits in the front. He looks back, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm letting him sit out a little bit, I'm not really bridging it over. I'm gonna make his teammate, work a little bit if he wants to attack. So now this teammate in the front is sitting out in the wind a little bit. I'm keeping him close enough to where I can bridge over to him, and if he does attack, like, it's fine. I don't mind. But I'm sitting here. I'm gonna close it right. Yeah, see, I start closing it slowly. He's looking back. Scared him a little bit. He's like, when is he coming? Here I come, dude. And yeah, I'm gonna slowly roll to his wheel, because I start seeing him getting a little tired. I think he thought I was gonna get on his wheel right away, and his teammate was gonna sit on my wheel and just attack, but that didn't happen. Again, I'm shutting this breakaway down, dude. So I'm getting close to him, and I'm looking back. I'm making sure PRT is not attacking just yet. And as soon as I see him kind of come around me, I'm like, all right, you want to go too? Let's go, dude. And I looked over, and they both looked tired. So I was like, they're not attacking, dude. That's it. We're done. And you'll see, I think, coming out of this turn, I think the peloton comes on us, and they attack again. Of course, like I said, PRT had a lot of guys to attack. So I was just trying to shut this down. I wasn't. Again, I would have loved to be in a break. That's probably one of the only ways this year that I could have probably won a race, and it was in a break, because I can't sprint for beans, dude. But yeah, that's one way to shut down a break, So yeah, man, keep that in mind, like, Don't just bridge over and blow yourself up, and then you get to the break, and then they attack you, and then you're done. You go back to the peloton, or worse, you get dropped. So keep that in mind for all you racers. Like, keep a little bit in the tank, man. You gotta be able to respond to attacks. So you see, like I said, PRT's already attacked again. I'm not responding to it just yet. I can't respond to everything. Most riders can't respond to every single attack, so it's not smart to just, oh, he's going again, let me go again. Like, you got to save a little bit, and they're probably just going for a preem anyways, so who cares? Like, staying near the front and making sure I can see what's going on, so I know what's going on. So if I see a guy, he's staying away, then I'd be like, okay, we need to work, and there's enough time on the clock to bridge over to this guy. So as long as it's not the one gentleman that's contesting the green jersey, I really don't care if he gets away. And like I said, we have enough time to bridge over to him if we need to, like if he's going for the win, which I don't think he is. I think he's already back in the field. Yeah, I think he's already back in the field. He's not out there anymore. And then I'm just rolling to the front so that I can keep an eye on everything that's going on. Yeah, a lot of us didn't take the inside on this corner right here because there was some water. Like, you can see some water right here. I'll kind of go over a little bit. It was a little wet there, so I think a lot of us were scared that we were gonna slip coming down because we were going downhill, at 30 miles an hour, and then you're like tilting your bike on that wet surface. It's a little scary, but there's PRT. Oh no, yep, that's so that's the guy that's contesting the green jersey. So you see my teammate in the purple right on his wheel, man. Look at he's just following him. It was kind of funny, dude. It was comedy, man. Like, seeing him just like riding his wheel the whole time, and then you'll see at the end, like at the line, like he just comes around him and nips him, dude. And I'm like, I felt bad. But that was the game we were playing, You'll see. I don't know if I can see it on my camera because I think these guys in front of me, but my teammate comes around him at the line and nips him, and this time he's just like the PRT guy's just like, I can't. He's just like, oh man, I can't do this. Keep doing this. So he tried, man. Like I said, he didn't quit. He did it all the way to the end. He kept trying to get points, but when two teams kind of playing the same game, it's a little hard to get the same result on both sides. So either one's gonna win. Someone's gonna win. So yeah, if anything, if I was on PRT, I think I would have rode for him and actually got him to the front and stayed in the front, and instead of having him, solo win the laps by himself every time, and then instead of throwing all these Hail Marys through the field, because I don't know what exactly their goal was, but it looked like they wanted to get the green jersey. But I think a better tactic would have been for them just to ride for him, keep him in the front, and then block and have him easily take a lap. But they didn't do that. At least I don't think they did. I don't know what their tactics were, but it looked like they were trying to go for the green jersey, but they were just having him by himself go for the green jersey, and the rest of the team was just attacking, which that was great if you guys were trying to get away, but it wasn't great for your teammate that was trying to get the leaders or get the aggressive jersey. Like, you guys were taking the points away from him too. So here's this guy. I know this guy likes to get away in breaks, or he likes to attempt to break away. So I'm just sitting on his wheel, and we have a little bit of a gap. So I'm going with him, and he's bridging over to two riders. I believe they got away. I believe there's two riders up here. Yeah, so I'm just riding his wheel all the way up here. Again, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm not gonna work. I look over and these guys are done too. So that's a good thing. You always pay attention to the riders you're gonna be in a break with, or breaking away with. Their faces tell a lot. Like their faces, their body language. Yeah, see right here, I'm like, oh man, 3 PRT guys and Matt Rios. I'm a shit. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to chase this down. So I come around this guy, He was kind of blocking a little bit. He's not going to chase. He has two teammates now up there. He's not going to chase either. He has two teammates up there. So, you know, you got to come around this guy. So now I'm like, dang, I got to bridge this. So mind you, I've been doing this since the beginning of the race. So that's my role right here, is to make sure it stays together. Well, first, make sure that PRT guy does not get any points for the green jersey, and then the second is to try to keep it together so that my teammate Mario has a chance of sprinting in the field. So, because if there's a break, then we all lose, and no one's sprinting for shit. So, Matt goes down here. Yeah, luckily they had a big enough gap so we can call it out, and the peloton went around him. Thank God he just got some scratches and some bruises, but he got back up, and he got back in the race after this lap. They were just racing hard, They were going for the preem, I think. So he went down, just overlapped the wheels. They were going hard at it. So it happens, man. It's part of racing. So if you're coming into this racing scene, know that you're gonna go down at one point. Like I said at the beginning of the video, like I've already gone down twice this year. First time I broke collarbone, got surgery, got a big old plate, in my collarbone. And second time I fractured some ribs, collapsed my lung. That was a new experience for me. But yeah, racing is fun, dude. Racing is so much fun, but it's definitely like one of those sports where you're gonna hit the floor at one point, especially if you're racing in crits, man. It's you're bumping elbows, you're running into people, you're shoulder checking people. Like it can get pretty aggressive sometimes. I'm not saying that it goes down like that every time. It really doesn't. But there is moments where you gotta shoulder check someone, or you gotta like, hey man, this is my wheel, or like someone's fighting you for a wheel really really hard, and you gotta like lean your shoulder into that guy to like, hey, get off my wheel, my dude. Obviously be safe at all times, but it's crit racing. Crit racing is a little more intense, and again, like overlapping of wheels, like people hit the brakes and you're like right on the wheel, so you run into their wheel. Stuff like that happens. So just know, if you're getting into racing, there's some downfall, I guess you could say, to it, but for the most part, I think it's more enjoyable than that. So give me a second. Let's see what's going on. All right, so what's going on now? Let's see. So I think the field's all back together. Then kind of settled a little bit. Here's Matt on the left. He's coming back into the race. Dude's a beast. I think he actually won the race too, actually. So that was pretty cool. He didn't go down for nothing, He took home the yellow jersey, and he took home the win on the last day. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, another thing, while you're racing, man, like if you don't like being like boxed in so much, like make your way to the outside. Like I don't like being boxed in. It's not because I don't like riding near other riders or anything like that. It's mainly because I can't respond. Like I don't like if something like happens like in the race, like someone attacks, like especially since my role is kind of to make sure that the field stays together, or if there's a break, that I'm in it, so that either I can shut it down, or if I'm choosing to like work with the break, I can be in the break. But yeah, like I said, I can't respond if I'm boxed in. So I don't like to like be boxed in, or like have riders on both sides of my hips. Like I just don't. Like I like to have one way to get out. So you'll see, like I never try to stay boxed in the middle. Like I don't like being in the middle. For that reason, I can't respond. I don't mind being in the middle. It's not uncomfortable. Usually if I'm in the middle, I usually push guys either to the right or to the left, whichever way we're turning, so that I have room, because some people take turns a little jacked up, so I make sure I have room to like move if that person takes a jacked up turn or whatever. So that's just something I do. I know some riders don't like it, but hey, I'm just keeping myself safe. And if anything, I'm keeping them safe too, because I'm making room for them as well. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're riding in a group, it's there's nothing wrong with you, like, moving to the right. If you're gonna make a left turn, you move to the right, opening wide a little bit, pushing the guy on your right a little wide before the turn, so that you have room to kind of cut in into the turn. That makes room for him. I mean, obviously it's gonna make him work a little harder because you're making him go wider, but it keeps you guys safe. So I think it's okay. But here, like I said, I'm on the outside. I'm still a little boxing. I can't really respond from here. Like, I'm kind of stuck behind these riders. Like, see, we're all kind of like to the right in the gutter. So it's really hard to respond. But I'm also seeing that there's not a lot of action going on right now. Well, this guy almost went down, the PRT guy. I think he was a little cross-eyed. He was doing a lot of attacking, so I think he was a little cross-eyed by now. He was tired, so I started seeing some attacks going on the left. But it's not anyone we're scared of, so I'm not ready to worry about it. And then I see Ray going up to the front, so at this point I'm just sitting in now. Like, I'm kind of trying to conserve. Sorry, had a yawn. Like I said, I'm doing this recording in the morning. I don't know if I said that, but got up early to do this recording, this voiceover, this commentary for you guys, But yeah, now I think the rest of the race I'm just sitting in now. I don't really do too much. Just sit until the end. I don't know. I don't think I was too tired right here. I think if anything, my legs were a little on fire. I'm not gonna lie, but like, exhausted wise, like, I think I guess I still carried some of my fitness over from the training before I got hurt. Like, obviously I still had a lot of my endurance still there. My legs were on fire though. Mentally, I was gonna respond to anything I needed to, but physically, definitely I was done. Like, my body was done. So yeah, like, I'm just keeping an eye. Like, I'm just trying to stay in now. I don't think I'm doing anything anymore the rest of the race. So I'll fast forward to the end when some more stuff happens, Oh, here's a cool part. So this PRT guy right in front of me, in the red and blue, so he's the guy that's contesting the green jersey, and I'm keeping an eye on him because I noticed he got to the front. But his teammate starts talking to me on the left, and he attacks, and I didn't realize it. I realized it too late, and I was in a small gear. So I'm over here talking to his teammate while his other teammate is trying to get points. And I tried to nip him at the line, but I couldn't. So he actually got one on me. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if his teammate was doing it on purpose, but I was talking to his teammate, and we're having a little conversation in the race, and it slipped by me, dude. I was like, man, I was just kind of laughing in my head. I was like, this guy just totally snuck one under me, dude. So he did get a point on me. That was my fault. Sorry, Ray. I was having a conversation. I lost a little bit of focus there. You know what I'm saying? But it happens. It happens. Oh well. He got 1 point. Whatever. Or I don't know how many points he got. I think he just got 1 point. I don't know. Maybe he got a couple. But yeah, dude. That was another thing that happened. I thought it was kind of funny. His teammate. They totally planned that out. I'm gonna go ahead and say they planned that out. They said, I'll talk to him. I'll distract go fast. Just go in the front, sneak one up in there. But yeah, I think after this he kind of went back. I think he kind of gave up after this. He said, nah, no more. That's it. Done. So because I didn't see him up here anymore. I don't think I did. Yeah, see, Mario's up here. No, he was up there. Yeah, but Mario was on him, so I think he was just like, all right. And then I'm kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go back now. That was it. I think the rest of the race I just sit in the back, and you'll see. I actually was not keeping track of how many laps we had left, and I got caught sleeping. Because oh yeah, look at. I think PRT's trying to go for it again. I think Mario is taking the points again. Yeah, he is. But yeah, you'll see at the end. I totally lose track of what lap we're on, and I didn't realize that we were on the last lap until almost turn 2, I think, and I was like, whoop, and I got caught in the back. So if you know anything about racing, you don't want to be anywhere near to the back on the last lap. Because if you're in the back, either one, you're getting popped, or two, you're going to work a lot to stay in or to get near the front. And by the time you get near the front, you know, those guys are pushing even harder. So you're not going to have anything to contest any top 5 spots. Like, you're just not. It's really hard. So, I mean, usually I'm in the front in the last lap. But in this race, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I think I was just more focused on trying to stay in the race and recover. I wanted to help my teammate Mario out, kind of get in the front and kind of keep him in the front. But that didn't work out. I thought we had more laps for some reason. I don't know. I think I was just overthinking it. I think like, oh, recover, you know. But I mean, I felt good. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't feel super exhausted. Again, my if anything, my legs were just like, you know, kind of, you know, on fire. But I knew that I can get, I knew I could get past it. Like, if I needed to, I was like, I can get past it, whatever. You know, your legs are always on fire in a bike race. Let's be real. Come on. They never feel good. They just feel on fire the whole time. But yeah, you'll see. I'll fast forward to that, to the last lap. So, because the rest of the race is just me back here, just surfing wheels. Not really doing much back here anymore. All right. Here we are coming into the last lap, and again, I don't know where my head was at. You could totally see it on my camera. So as you can see, I'm in the back, dude. Like, I'm just surfing the wheels in the back, and I'm thinking I'm just chilling, you know, drinking some Mai Tais back here, just chilling. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I think right around here, I start noticing that everybody's really like giving some speed up there, and I'm like, you know, it's getting strung out. I'm like, hey, I think this is the last lap. I'm like, dang. I already know what's going on here. I'm like, shit, dude. I was like, well, this sucks. So now it's like, you see the field like strung out. Like, it's the last lap. I already know it. It's like in the back, like you can see everybody's like everywhere, dude. Like, everyone's scrambling in the back. It's like you can't even follow a wheel back here. This is why you never want to be in the back of a peloton in the last lap. Like, look at this chaos back here. Like, no one's formed anything. Everyone's swerving left and right. Like, unless you're in the top 10, like, you're not following any consistent wheel. Like, it's it's chaotic back here. It's like, you see what's going on. Yeah, my teammate's like actually in the front, breaking away from the field, and I'm yelling at him like, "Go Mario, go!" You know, because like, you see him up there. He has a big old gap on the field, and I'm like, "Oh, he's gonna win this! Hell yeah!" He's like, he stood up, and then I see him sit down, and I'm like, "Shit, he popped." And he's, look at the field just like came around him right here, and you know, that sucks. I wasn't there to help him out. I feel a little bit bad, but yeah, that's what happened, man. Like, you can see, you never want to be in the back of a field in the last lap. Especially if you're trying to do something. You know, the goal was to keep our teammate in the green jersey, and I think we did that. I would have loved to have our teammate on the podium, you know, for this race. It would have been great. Unfortunately, on my part, I did not pay attention to the last lap. But hey, I think we did a good season. We had a good season, man. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Sorry I haven't uploaded as many videos as I've been racing. I just haven't done it. I've been a little busy. But yeah, man, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna try to post the 4-5 race soon, and you know, give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me some comments, some feedback. If you know, you like what you hear, you like what you see, or you think I'm full of shit, you know, whatever. I'm not an expert on racing. I'm just giving you my insight on the way I think, of the way, you know, our team races, you know, sometimes. And if you guys ever have like questions as to why we do the things we do in the race, you know, I'm kind of just clarifying all that stuff up for you guys. Yeah, man. See you in the next video. Peace. Thanks for coming. Later.